everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with another layout, and today I'm scrapping this very silly picture of my granddaughter and her baby brother. So that's M3 and 4. And, you know, they can fight like the best of them because they're only 15 months apart in age, but they really do love each other and can be very kind and silly together. So I just wanted to get this fun part of their relationship in. I'm going to use that floral paper from Vicki Boutin Color Study. It's the camera paper as my background for this. So I kind of want the photo to pop. So I added it on that scrap of aqua paper, which is from a Vicki Boutin collection, and I don't know which one. A lot of her colors match, so I can't really tell exactly. And then I grabbed that pink paper from the Vicki Boutin Kaleidoscope collection from the 12 by 12 pad, and I love how that works. Now I'm thinking here about adding this blue piece of paper on underneath, but I'm not loving how it takes it disturbs your eye almost and takes the focus to the blue paper and not the photograph, and it kind of negates the background when I did that. So what I decided I wanted to do instead is take another piece of that blue paper that was still intact and use it as my background sheet and make it a frame for the pink paper. And I am inking with my Memento Dewdrop ink everything here to help the papers kind of stand out there, and then the embellishments when I do that. So that blue paper there is Basil cardstock and Admiral, and I'm sorry, I thought it was exact. It's been a while since I've done this layout. I thought it was another piece of that blue paper, but instead I went to cardstock. That was really the same color as that blue paper. Now I have these metal charms from the Color Story collection that I've still had 2 left that I need to get used up. So that's what that heart is from. It's the Color Study embellishments. I'm sorry, it's the Color Study enamel stickers, not embellishments. I did think about that large title there. I think it was like Be Colorful or something like that. But I decided I didn't really love that I wanted the sentiment to be a little bit different, because the Be Colorful isn't really talking about how much she loves him, even though they can fight like cats and dogs kind of a thing, which I'll talk about in my journaling. And not to spoil anything, because you're not going to see this, but I'm going to do my journaling in blue pen underneath the photo, a blue marker. So I can read it. It might be a little bit harder to actually read in the photos, but it's fine in person, just so that you know that. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm going to my die cuts from the Vicki Boutin Color Study collection. And I'm just kind of playing around with this and using some flowers to kind of mimic the background, to bring that background a little bit more into the foreground. So I don't just have a piece of pink and aqua paper just laying on top of it. I'm trying to bring that together. So I'm playing around with which way I like the die cuts to go. And once I find that one that I now put on the top left, it really helps make this layout kind of flow the way I wanted it to, so that I have the larger cluster on the bottom, and then on the top left I have that. And I have some blue in that heart, so I really wanted to make sure I got some blue in my clusters there, which is what that floral die cut is all about. I'm also using that to kind of soften some of the edges of what's going on here as well. I did trap a little space when I glued this down on the bottom left. You can see a little bit of the pink paper, but I think it's fine. Your eye would do that anyway, so your eye just would continue the 2 lines anyway. So kind of I looked at some chipboard there, looking at some stickers. I found this sticker that says Real Life, and that came from the Vicki Boutin Color Study sticker book, which is a they're smaller stickers, but a fairly large book. And they do repeat a lot of the motifs that are in the die cuts and the other sticker sheet as well. So there's the book. Looking to see if I can find anything else. I'm feeling like I need something else here. So it has, that little sticker book has some faux washi tape in it. So that's what I'm doing now, is I'm adding that faux washi in. And I added a couple of strips here just to kind of get a little more color in there. There's purple up in that floral collection on the top left, or that die cut. And so I brought some of that purple in with the washi tape down on the bottom there. Then I grabbed this camera. It's a chipboard camera from the Vicki Boutin Color Study All This Happiness stickers, which is the chipboard stickers that match this collection. And there you go. So now I'm really thinking that I want this to say she really loves him, that's what I want this title to be. And so I'm kind of looking for some smaller thickers here to do that. And I remembered that I have these navy thickers from Paige Evans, and it's a little foam alpha, and that is the American Crafts Thickers Happy Life. It was a Paige Evans collection. I don't remember exactly which one it was, but I think that works really well. It brings that blue from that frame up into the foreground, so that I'm not just sticking a color on and then it sits there. Now, because I have the navy in the back and in the foreground a little bit more with the die cuts, and then again this alpha, it really blends everything together and makes it look as a whole instead of just pieces. So I'm adding She Really Loves Him there, and I'm looking at it and thinking, you know what, I really want that to go all to the end. So look in the still shot, I'm going to add the word yes in front and move everything else over so it stretches across the top of that mat. Lastly, I'm adding these enamel dots in from Altenew. They're my favorite navy, which are the Glacier Caves navy from Altenew. I really love these enamel dots. I've totally switched over to them other than what I'm trying to use up. All right, everybody, there's the still shot with that longer title and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye, everybody.